Well, the concerning thing for Mississippi State right out of the gate is going to be defending the run, because Texas A&M in their last outing really committed to the run and took it right at them and ran for 186 yards. And Alabama runs the football better than A&M.
Brandon Ruiz kicks off for Mississippi State. There's Trey Sanders. And he does not make the 20, stacked up at the 17-yard line. There's Mac Jones, the redshirt junior from Jacksonville, Florida, having a terrific season. Took over as the starter late last year when Tua Tagovailoa was hurt in a game against Mississippi State. And you see the numbers he is putting up in all: 1,905 passing yards in 5 games, the most for the first 5 games in a season in Alabama history, including 3 400-yard passing games. If he does that again tonight, he ties a single season SEC record. They start on the ground, and as you said, Alabama testing that Mississippi State run defense.
Don't overanalyze, let go of a bad play, and he has not had many bad plays.
Fake toward Harris, dumps it off for the tight end, Miller Forrestall, who bounces ahead with a first down.
And then the max protection with play action pass.
And Mac Jones tells us he loves play action. He's going deep out of play action, and it's incomplete. And there is a flag down.
Pass interference, defense, number 19.
And then the very first play of the game, after they lost Waddle on the opening kickoff, he caught a pass and then went on to catch 6 for the day.
His first 6 catches of the season after another fake. The pass incomplete. More flags in the secondary.
The primary receiver in this Alabama offense, and Devontae Smith.
Defense, number 19.
3rd down 9. They bring pressure, and they do that a lot. To the corner of the end zone, and Smith couldn't hang on. Off his fingertips.
Devontae not able to come down with it.
With Will Reichard, who hasn't missed a kick yet this season, and that is still the case. I would only say that he's unavailable. High snap handled by Costello. He was hit as he threw. It was almost intercepted again.
So, I mean, this is a team right now that's not run the ball hardly at all.
Here comes Najee Harris, about 9.
That leaves one-on-one opportunities outside with the likes of Devontae Smith.
Another play action pass, another deep throw. And it's incomplete, and here's another flag thrown in the secondary. It was John Mechie this time.
Pass interference, defense, number 1.
A lot of slanting up front. Nick Saban said that would be a challenge. A lot of movement, twisting in that offensive line. Jones did well to get it off. Harris tried to break free, but could not. Leach serves as his own offensive coordinator with that remarkably small piece of paper as his call sheet. It's folded up. Try to throw a little bubble, and it's... Is it a catch? No, incomplete. Out of the pistol with Najee Harris, the running back. Slade Bolden runs in motion. Harris looks like he got enough for another first down. He's very close to it.
Brought Devontae Smith in motion like they used to do with Waddle and showed screen that way. Came back with the screen the other side to the running back.
Plenty of time for Jones on target. Devontae Smith, first down Alabama. We're seeing that again already tonight. Raving about the way Sark uses his personnel, using Smith for a touchdown. They're having a very tough time dealing with Devontae Smith. Leach said we haven't protected consistently enough. Saw Will Rogers, the backup quarterback. You may see action again. Costello almost intercepted.
Well, if you're Mississippi State, I think you got to try to create pressure again.
They rush 5. Jones behind the defense again. Devontae Smith. Nobody can cover him. They've tried a couple of different defenders to no avail. That time behind London Kraft. Got up to a start like that might happen, but boy, has this passing game gone south since week 1. And that pass incomplete. Mike Leach has history on his side. His teams have led the nation in passing 10 times in his 18 years as a head coach, 10 at Texas Tech and 8 at Washington State. But as you said earlier, it took him a while to get to that point in those 2 stops. 4th straight 3 and out to start the game for Mississippi State on offense. There is a flag down as Tucker Day's punt returned across midfield.
But B, he's leading this Alabama team to probably heights that they didn't expect to have offensively.
And getting greedy, Devontae Smith. Is he in bounds? Yes, he is inside the 10-yard line with Colin Duncan again in coverage. Bama with 3rd down and goal from the 6 on the opening play of the 2nd quarter, already leading 17-0. They tried to bring pressure. Jones throws to the goal line, incomplete. Trying to get it to Miller Forrestall.
You know what I know.
What's that?
You know what I know.
Will Reichert.
How about Will Reichert?
Can they get a 1st down? That's the first step for this Mississippi State offense. 3-man rush, and they still take down KJ Costello. Phil Mathis. That's a live shot, just now getting to the tunnel. It's the 5th straight 3 and out to start the game. We'll see Will Rogers, a true freshman quarterback, the next time they're on offense. Tucker Day to punt again for the 5th time. Might be a little leg weary. Short line drive kick. Slade Bolden doing his Jalen Waddle imitation. Runs it back inside the 35-yard line to the 33.
Very good short space quickness.
During the return, holding, return team, number 21.
Right now they're hanging on for their lives.
Mac Jones checks it down short to Devontae Smith. And he's stacked up at the 50, but he got the 1st down.
It's Javon Baker, number 5. He's the guy we kind of anticipate will be the next young guy in to add to this wide receiver rotation.
True freshman, got his first game action at Tennessee last week. Didn't have a touch. Mac Jones with a flag down to the end of the play. Interesting play call. I don't know if I hit 20-0. I'd want my quarterback to get exposed like that. Play clock at 2-1. And it is Harris. Did he get enough? Here's Jo'quavious Marks. Bounced out of bounds by Daniel Wright. 3rd down and 10. Not in field goal range here. Look out from behind. Rogers taken down by Chris Allen. Sanders missed last year with a foot injury. We'll give it to him again. He's been more involved the last couple of weeks.
It's an excellent group.
Jones given time again on the slant to Devontae Smith.
The whole key with him is staying healthy, because when he's healthy, he is big, he's long, he's physical, and he really does set the tone.
Managed to play only 12 games in 3 years in Tallahassee due to injury. Jones, diving catch made by Slade Bolden at midfield.
And roll them through this offense. Right now, Jaleel Billingsley, number 19, is the tight end in the ballgame.
From Illinois, their first football player from Illinois since the late 90s. How about that effort? Only new starters, the right guard, Emil Ekiyor. Najee Harris back in. And he almost busted it. Jones dodged some trouble. Now he takes off running and slides down.
What an impressive drive by this offense, especially the offensive line. 11 plays and just taking time off the clock.
Not bothered by the movement of that front. There's a strike to Smith for a touchdown, his 3rd of the night. Although that's still a mystery. He has not definitively said anywhere that we've heard or read that he's definitely not coming back.
And apparently, according to Mike Leach, he has not had a conversation with his head coach either.
That was surprising, too. I hear Mike Leach say, well, I haven't talked to him. I heard from people in the building that he wanted to start preparing for the NFL.
How does this team act? How hard do they play? How do they act with each other on the sidelines? Because that will go a long way in telling us how much buy-in there is.
And it's Errol Thompson who made the tackle. He's a team leader. And we spoke with him yesterday. We asked him, you know, the perception from afar might be that there's some chaos, turmoil in the program. He said, that's not true. The guys who left went to a better spot for them. He said, those of us who are here are really buying in. We really like and respect Coach Leach, and we're going to keep playing hard.
I think KJ's eyes told us the status of KJ Costello.
History of head injuries, and it certainly looked like another one here tonight. On 2nd and 5. There's Jaquavius Marks. Nice run, first down. And only 22 offensive plays run to 46 for Alabama. First downs were 18-1. Marks in trouble and tripped up by Will Anderson for a loss back to the 24.
And he's now down the bottom of the screen as a tight end.
Because they substitute, the officials stepped in to allow the Bulldogs a chance to substitute on defense. They bring forward Mac Jones, and he is tripped up from behind. He didn't feel Kobe Jones closing in quickly. Mississippi State's ready to go. On 1st and 10, Will Rogers is passed, juggled, caught. Osiris Mitchell. Biggest absence, James Skalski, the middle linebacker, really a tone setter for that defense. Rogers, nice throw for about a 9-yard gain.
Yeah, it wasn't
342 and 2 touchdowns on 30 out of 41.
Yep.
On 3rd and 1, it's Will Anderson blowing up the play. Dumped Jaquavius Marks for a loss.
New combinations on some of their layer routes without Jalen Waddle.
3rd down and 13. Jones will dump off to Najee Harris, and he stopped well short of the first down by Jaden Crumedy.
But those crossing routes, not a lot of room in there.
5-man rush, and the pass incomplete.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, defense number 32.
He was the offensive coordinator, Kentucky, under Hal Mumme. And they set over 100 school offensive records. Of course, it helped to have Tim Couch. 3rd down and 9. Rogers, nicely done. First down, then he dives down.
But he and Will Rogers from the same high school in Brandon, Mississippi.
Jaquavius Marks. But not enough to overturn the call on the field. Not conclusive enough, apparently. So 3rd down and 2. We'll find out if it is 4-down territory, because Jaquavius Marks didn't appear to get there. Marks shoved out of bounds, but a nice play.
Yep.
He decided that Rogers to stay in his home state, play for Mississippi State. Joe Moorhead was the head coach. He made that commitment. He throws to the end zone, and it's ripped away. Dylan Moses picked it off and apparently got just out of the end zone. Now they'll try to throw it out of the end zone and throw it deep. Devontae Smith, another catch. 10 catches for 193 and 3 touchdowns. Back to Najee Harris. He's out near midfield. They had conversations with Steve Sarkisian. He appreciated their interest. Brian Robinson rushes, and don't you think Steve Sarkisian, obviously was a head coach at Washington and USC, is going to get another chance?
But they're always set up for that play action deep ball.
Jones dumps it off for Najee Harris. Bounces off the tackle attempt of Sean Preston and picks up the first down. 5 receivers spread the formation. Jones, the pump fake, going for Forrestall, and a flag thrown. You wonder if he was being held. He only got one arm up.
And he's favoring
Pass
it
interference,
again now.
defense number 7. 15-yard penalty from the previous spot.
And Nick Saban said, obviously, if doctors say they can't play, they can't play. But if doctors say they can play, he still goes to the injured player and says, do you think you can play? Because they know what their pain threshold is and how effective they can be. Devontae Smith is still playing, and he has just tied Amari Cooper for the all-time lead at Alabama in touchdown receptions. That's his 31st off the top of his head without any play sheet. Rodgers throws it up for grabs from Malik Heath. It was well covered by Josh Jobe. Bryce Young takes over at quarterback for Alabama. It's a 34-0 lead after another outstanding performance by Mac Jones. Gave the ball to Trace Sanders.
28-13 Buckeyes midway through the third.
Young swings it out wide, and it's dropped by Brian Robinson. About the larger comparison between this Alabama team and the similarities to the undefeated history-making national championship team at LSU last year. Of course, teams will want to do their due diligence on the medical side. There's a wide open receiver for one of the very few times tonight. It's Austin Williams.
I'll tell you, if you have not seen Zach Wilson play, you owe it to yourself to tune into that game, because he's playing lights out.
It's becoming a thing. They won 5 of 6, led by the greatest of all time, Tom Brady. They're leading the NFC South, taking on the New York Giants. 1-6. Quavius Marks swung down by Tim Smith. And
I think he's hurt, and I think the ball came out also.
You know, teaching moments for Nick Saban, not mellowing out at all here at age 69. Celebrating his birthday. All the years in football, it's hard to believe that this is just the second game as a head coach on his birthday. You would think, you know, like 1 out of every 7 times, right?
We couldn't have cared less.
Well, it's 34-0. And it might be more than that. Sanders knocked out of bounds.
You know, and as Zach Arnett told us, I mean, this Alabama offense has a little bit of everything to it.
They want Sanders to get that touchdown, and he won't. Taken down for a 2-yard loss. They're going for the touchdown here on 4th and goal. Zach Arnett brings pressure. Ooh, the ball comes sliding out of the hand of Bryce Young. And it's brought back by Tyrus Wheat.
And right as he gets ready to throw it, Billingsley is kind of in his way.
Or was he trying to throw it to Billingsley, and he realized that Billingsley had his back turned?
Foul, Eagle at the blindside box. Return team number 40. The penalty's half the distance from the spot of the foul. First down, Mississippi State.
Well, we can say this conclusively: they miss Kylan Hill. He's a playmaker, and they have a noticeable lack of playmakers on this offense without him. If and when, is there a possibility this won't end eventually? It definitely will. Rodgers, risky throw, picked off by Patrick Surtain, and they will cross the 35-point threshold with a defensive score. The 13th consecutive win for Alabama against Mississippi State, 1 week after they beat Tennessee for the 14th year in a row. Well, the only other time that he coached the game as a head coach on his birthday was 1998 when he was at Michigan State. And Sparty beat Northwestern 29-5. So Nick Saban will go to 2-0 as a head coach on his birthday. It'll be their 95th straight win against an unranked opponent. And I think they have a chance to make it 13 seasons in a row, being number 1 in the country at least 1 week.
Well, Nick Saban's upset because they were offsides on that play.
All that pressure with your team down 28-10.
Yep.
You throw for 342. This quarterback everybody in the country wanted.
Yeah, if he had any jitters, they came out today. So he shouldn't have them next week. And I know Mike Leach was very loyal to KJ Costello because he got him to come from California, from Stanford, as a grad transfer, help him launch the air raid offense in the SEC. But I do think this guy gives him a little better spark. and I think he's just his mobility, if nothing else. And you mentioned
guys are still hitting.
Oh, yeah.
Witherspoon gets belted. Brian Branch still out there playing. And that's it. Nick Saban victorious on his 69th birthday, and the struggles continue for Mike Leach and the Bulldogs. Their remarkable debut at LSU. They haven't resembled anything close to that team since. They go to 1-4. For the two Todds and Molly, Sean McDonough sings "So Long" from Tuscaloosa. Let's send you to Provo now for Western Kentucky and BYU. Here's Beth Mowens.